welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am going to be going over my paycheck briefly, what I expected to get and what I actually got. I'm going to be inputting some bills. I'm also going to be going over things that I don't plan on purchasing this quarter. And then also I will be going over my different budget categories and how much I allot for each of those categories. So if that sounds interesting to you, be sure to stick around and check out the rest of the video. I just have 3 monthly goals. One is to make sure that I have $1,030 saved in my American Express account, that I have $421.66 saved in my US Bank savings account, and that I pay off my credit card balance of $400 to my One Nevada credit card. Typically, when it comes to monthly goals for me, I like to set at least 2 or 3 and then go for there. Anything else I just feel is not going to be achieved in my books. Here I feel that I have some pretty lofty goals when it comes to my finances. Therefore, I need to be focused on achieving those things. So you guys, I'll put it up on the screen. So this was paycheck. This is actually paycheck number 1. I don't know why I have it in paycheck number 2. But anywho, I expected to earn $2,815.53, but I actually got $4,018.32. The reason being that on my check, I had a uniform allowance. I had 2 holidays. So some of the major things that were coming out on this specific paycheck, I will first scroll down to federal taxes. I paid $573.25 out of this paycheck. For Medicare, I paid $58.46. And then my after-tax deductions, which includes my Aflac insurance, my union dues, and then also I have a Roth component of my $457 that came out, and that totaled up to be $165.34. Another major purchase coming out of this specific check is in the savings department. So I contributed $515 to my American Express account. I contributed $210.83 to my US bank account. And then I contributed $20 to my Christmas savings account. So in those particular areas, my goal for the end of the year is to save $15,000 in my American Express account. In order to reach that, based on the 26 paychecks that I will receive throughout the year, I have to contribute $515 per paycheck over there. And then for my US bank account savings, I want to have $2,500 at the end of this quarter in there, and that's strictly just for my house to start off with. And in order to achieve that, I have to contribute $210.83 per paycheck on that category. As far as my home section, I did make an additional principal payment of $228.33. Earlier this year, or maybe late last year, I just saw something on the internet where if you purchased a home, you would take your closing disclosure. There's a interest and principal payment. You would take that amount, divide it by 12, and then you would pay that amount on the 15th of each month, which would equate to 2 extra principal payments a year. And then over the duration of your loan, that is supposed to decrease that by at least 10 to about 14 years if you do that on a consistent basis. This specific mid-month check-in is to cover January 14th through January 26th. Today is the 15th of January. So the only bills that have come out for me so far is my MV Energy and then my Southwest Gas, which are my utilities. I had expected I budget for $150, which is high because when I first moved in here, I swear my energy bills were around $80. But anyways, I just put $150, but it actually did come out to $135.10. And then for my gas bill, I budgeted for $50, but it came out to $52.92. That is actually really good because I keep thinking for some reason that I automated that payment and I did not. So that is something that I do need to put on my to-do list because that is 2 months worth of my Southwest gas bill. So roughly about $25 a month I spend on gas, and I'm not complaining about that. But I will check back in with you guys towards the end of the month to see where I actually stood at as far as like what I budgeted, what I actually spent, what areas I did well in, and then what areas I still need to work on. What I found tends to work best for me is to use like the cash stuffing system for some of my budget categories. The specific ones that I have in this bank deposit thing is I have one for gas, I have one for groceries, I have a personal one, and then this is specifically like for my Christmas savings. So the reason that I have these four ones, one, the savings, I just thought that it would be better just to have the Christmas savings not attached to my bank account, because sometimes I go in the store and I just want to have some cash for certain things versus using my card all the time. And I think that if I visually see like how much money is just being spent on these gifts, maybe it'll scale back a little bit, maybe it won't. As I said, that really isn't a concern for me. I just wanted to try something different. My personal category, that's the area that I tend to overspend in. Some months it's a lot, some months, you know, I'm on target, but I think majority of the time I tend to be over on that. The other area is groceries. I go to the grocery store like a few times a week just because I like to have fresh ingredients. And I like using this system for groceries just in general. Once again, I think physically having cash plays a role in like what I'm getting, what I'm not getting, how much I'm spending, how much I'm not spending on groceries and whatnot. And then the last category here is gas. This is one of those things, like obviously I don't dictate oil barrel prices, so therefore I'm really not dictating the price of gas. I mean, I guess I could kind of map out my adventures a little better, but during the meantime, right now, I allot myself for my gas category. That is $160 for a month, which is $80 every 2 weeks. Now that the price of gas has gone down, it usually costs me anywhere about like $65-ish to fill up my car with $15 left over to kind of top off my tank once that goes down. Excuse me. For my groceries category, I put it at $240, well, every 2 weeks. I think that I'm going to be right on key with that, even with inflation. My personal category, that really just kind of depends on what's really going on. If I don't have much going on like I do for these next 2 weeks, then I just set myself a $40 budget. Other times it might be $100 for the 2 weeks. You know, it just kind of fluctuates. Personal to me, I really am just including like shoes, clothes, water bottles, knickknacks, things that I don't really need per se. Because these eyebrows, this hair, a mini pedi is a necessity in my book. But anywho, so yeah, that's what I consider to be my personal category for there. Moving on to the next topic, which are things that I don't plan on purchasing this first quarter. One is water bottles. I have more than enough water bottles. This one in particular, this is a glass water bottle. I think it's about, this is about like 25 ounces or so. And it comes with this cute little case. I think it's literally just the cutest thing. Now, I'll take this like in the car with me on the go, but like I won't take it to like the gym anywhere just in case like I do drop it or something. I don't want it to break. Not buying water bottles, not buying planners, because I have enough of those. And ironically enough, I actually just got a planner from one of my coworkers yesterday, so I'm super excited about that. That particular one I just plan on using for YouTube only, so I'm gonna see how that goes this year. I don't need like specific hygiene items like deodorant and shampoo and like soap and body wash and all that stuff. Like I have more than enough of that stuff. And I say, you know what? For this quarter, being that I have more than enough to last me, my goal is not to buy anything. Because I'm definitely one of those people, like I go in the store and I start seeing stuff and then I start smelling the soaps and all that. And I'm like, oh, I've never tried that. Let me get that. Or body scrub. The raw sugar body scrubs. If you guys have not used that, when I tell you, like I feel that those are like top of the line. But let me not get too sidetracked. So those are some of the things at the top of my list that I don't plan on buying. I'm just hoping like that these additional purchases that like I've made in the past, whether that be grocery related, whether that be eating out. Oh, eating out is also one of the things that I don't plan on doing for this first quarter. I've been doing really good so far, so I hope that I just keep up with that. But yeah, I hope that these like small changes that I'm making do turn out to be extremely beneficial for me. And while like every small change that I'm making is not gonna turn out to be like this monumental big end picture, but it is gonna be a start towards discipline, like on refraining from doing certain things, whether that's impulse, whether that's instant gratification, where that's emotional spending, or whatever the case may be. I'm just hoping to like fine tune a few things. But anywho, you guys, I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and in the comments below, be sure to let me know what your budget is looking like, and specific, like which categories do you tend to overspend in, and what's your plan to help you stop doing that. But as usual, I will catch you guys in the comments into the next video. Bye.